finally, there's something about, I love the Discovery, I'm going to be getting the Range Rover as well at some point. They're all great trucks, but something about the Defender that is just, it's iconic, isn't it? They're all iconic, but I think in particular the Defender is the most iconic in my opinion. So, let's have a quick look. There's all your specs. So, I've said this before in one of my other videos, but it's got a 326mm wheelbase, so it is the longest on the wheelbase. The Discovery is still taller, longer and wider on the body. This runs the 110mm tyres, I believe, same as the Range Rover, whereas the Discovery runs much bigger 120mm tyres. But yeah, let's get it unboxed. And there she is. That's actually awesome. She's such a good quality Lexan. You know, obviously, like all Lexans, there's that give in it that you need for when you hit things, track things, crash into things. It's got a huge roof rack on there. You get plenty of scale accessories on there. That's, yeah, it's awesome. Bumper's even got a bit of flex in it. You don't ever want them too tough because otherwise there's no giving it. Awesome. Let's get it out a bit more. So it looks like in the base of the pack, like the other one, we've got the controller, scale accessories, and looking at it, it's identical to the other set. You've got your tools, your wheel wrench in there, cable ties, you've got the fuel cans for this compartment at the back here, hat for the driver, they don't burn his head, stickers, you've got your tree lines or whatever the cables that come down here, tree line, branch, deflectors, whatever you want to call them. You've got your transmitter. These are good transmitters. Any other goodies in there? No. So, here we have it. Good flex. They both look amazing, absolutely amazing. I will say the Disco, for whatever reason, proportionally looks bigger. It doesn't look silly, doesn't look bad. I think it's actually probably the best looking out of the lot. I'm inclined to choose this because I'm just a proper hardcore Defender, Land Rover and series man. But I think the Disco looks sweet. It's also got slightly bigger tyres on it. They're 120mm, whereas these on the Defender and the Range Rover, I believe, are 110. Which is a shame because these tyres on here, although people might say they're a bit big, and that's not necessarily untrue, I think they're a nicer looking tyre. So, but maybe that's just me being an utter. But yeah, so here's a comparison. And this is an MST DC1 body. well. As I've shown in my videos before, this body is quite large. So yeah, you know, these are coming in at really 1/8 scale, 1/8.5, I believe. Someone correct me in the comments. I think in some ways the bigger the better. Shut that out of the way. Let's get looking at the Defender. So underneath the Defender, we have the same FCX10 chassis as the Discovery. 32 turn, 550 can. The receiver and ESC all in one. A 20 or 25 kilo servo, I can't quite remember. We've still got the quick release system where you pull these toggles and the body will unclip. We've also got the contacts here for the lights, so it's wireless. There's no wire that's between the body and the truck. Those two meet contacts. And having a further look at the body, it comes with the sand ladders, it comes with the racks for the petrol cans or jerry cans, and loads of room for scale accessories on here. We've got the snorkel, we've got folding wing mirrors, we've obviously got the lights, we've got part of a roll bar frame, we've got the ball bars at the front, vents in here, windscreen wipers, door handles, door hinges. Inside we can see a scale driver, we can see seats, and we've even got a rear. The floor's a bit you know, quite high in there, but it's in there nonetheless. It looks really good. It even has a spare wheel cover. Obviously it's not working, but a spare wheel cover on there. Ladder, need to test if this light works, but that'd be a nice little spotlight on there. Obviously we've got indicators, we've got lights there as well. So yeah, a really nice looking rig. So a few other things I thought I'd mention why it's time to poke and prod the RC is that it is 2-speed transmission, so that means you have 2 gears. You have your crawler gear and you have your faster gear. It's 2S and 3S LiPo compatible. I wouldn't recommend driving it on 2S, it would be incredibly slow. 3S is great to drive with. For those that are used to brushless systems, you may find it a little bit lacking. What I will say is though, it has great control and is so smooth and quiet. So this Defender is the FMS FCX10 chassis. There are 3 in this particular Camel Trophy range: the Range Rover, the Discovery, and this one, the Defender. They're all the same price. They're all also fairly similar in terms of capability, although if someone was particularly looking for the least top heavy, from my experience, I would say that's probably the Range Rover, although I've yet to drive the Defender.